Hello, my dear viewers. Welcome to this coffee cup reading for all Pisceans for the month of August 2026. Welcome, everyone. I'd like to convey my best wishes and start an introduction to let you know what's really happening in the cosmos and the heavens that will impact your life before I start the coffee cup. Pisces, listen carefully. If the last few weeks have felt like you're navigating an uncharted ocean, you are exactly where you need to be. August 2026 is a month of radical contrast for your energy, a make or break kind of cycle that will define the rest of your year. We are looking at two major cosmic heavyweights colliding, and understanding how to dance between them is the secret to your success. First, we have the massive gift. Jupiter is currently in your fifth house of creativity and speculations. This is the engine for your expansion. This transit isn't just about luck, it is about high level intelligence, creative breakthroughs, and financial growth. But luck is part of it. So use that and play to have perhaps a windfall. Jupiter here is your golden ticket. It is creating a rare alignment where your most innovative ideas are finally meeting the right people. This is money through connections. Your personal genius is being recognized by those with the power to scale your vision. But the universe demands balance. Sitting in opposition to this expansive energy is the reality of Saturn transiting your first house, the house of your own identity. This is your reality check, Pisces. While Jupiter wants to pull you into the clouds, Saturn is here to anchor you firmly to the earth. This transit can feel heavy. It's a call for extreme discipline, personal accountability, and the shedding of any facade that no longer serves your true self, but was there for a reason, used there for a reason, perhaps. You might feel a sense of fatigue, or the weight of long-term obligations pressing down on you, but do not mistake this pressure for a roadblock. It is the structure you need to make your dreams permanent. If you try to take shortcuts, this energy will create friction, so beware. But if you embrace the discipline, Saturn will I was going to say enforce on you, but transform your potential into long-term authority. You are being asked to merge the visionary with the practical. Jupiter is granting you the opportunity and Saturn is giving you the stamina to own it. The question for you this August is, are you ready to stop dreaming about your fortune and start building it with the discipline of a master? This is the month you stop being a passenger in your own life and start navigating the currents with absolute purpose. Let's now dig deep, dive into the coffee grounds, and see what exactly is taking place and how you can align these two forces to maximize your power. Now, your coffee cup is fantastic. And as you can see, my dear viewers, this is a great opportunity to talk about those of you who are coming and drinking their own coffee, making their own coffee for a private session with me. I want you to know that I'm getting the coffee and it's very light. Please try to incorporate some cacao in it. Maybe a teaspoon of cacao, a teaspoon and a half of coffee, not normal coffee. It's got to be Turkish coffee. So always remember to mix a bit of cacao, and sometimes you can swirl it, and sometimes you can use a spoon and ask a question and meditate for a few seconds, and then just take a little bit from the dark section and put on the wall regarding a few major things that you want to know about. Maybe 2-3 times you can do that also, especially when it becomes light. But when it's full like this, you don't have to do nothing. Okay, that's been said. Moving on to the next level. Let's see. What is this at the beginning? Glasses on. This is a very powerful August. The August energy shows right at the beginning of your reading. This is deeply connected to the Chinese Year of the Snake. There could be someone in your life that could be guiding you. It could be you yourself or somebody new entering your life that's guiding you, supporting you, navigating a heavy situation, involving someone carrying this fierce, transformative snake energy, or someone helping you, supporting you. We're looking at the absolute end of a cycle, a profound liberation, where you are finally being freed from something that has weighed heavy down on you heavily. Your deep intuition has been telling you, has been whispering to you all along that this chapter was closing. And now the truth is finally coming to light, and it is truly happening. A word of caution here. As this cycle shifts, you must remain deeply vigilant and beware of someone who is driven by greed. This individual is closely connected to the Chinese year of the pig. They may either be born in that year or one of their parents could be born in the Chinese year of the pig, believe it or not. There's something you haven't heard before. As always, hear this clearly, my dear Pisces. You are entirely divinely protected and you don't have to worry. But still be aware, be vigilant. Looking closely because I see a magnificent, intricate cobweb woven by a beautiful spider. A beautiful spider spinning a wondrous tapestry of your reality. Wondrous universe is walking with you in absolute glory and infinite abundance. That's what the spider represents. It's pouring directly into your life, and on top of it, protection. You are stepping up, standing strong in your ultimate sovereignty, and you must never ever lower your standards when you know exactly who you are, where you stand, and what you truly deserve. I like that. Solid foundations. Even if this is ending, this situation that's ending, leaves you standing alone for a moment, let it be. It is going to bring you a deeply lighthearted and carefree time. I see the sun. Being left alone after something heavy departs is completely okay because you are stepping right into an incredible, wondrous life. With the sun there, a lot of fulfillment and a lot of deep, abundant life is destined for you. You may also be dealing with an official matter, government matter, institutions, or corporations, but know that rock solid stability is following right behind you, so you have nothing to worry about. Now, financial, this is all about your money. Financially, you're going to be completely sound, which is wonderful. Money is flowing your way. In fact, I see a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wow. 4 lucky golden clovers. How amazing. Shining brightly to bring you rapid luck. Because there's a rabbit right there. A rapid luck, great fortune, and wonderful sunrise. The sun. And then next to it, there's a gift. There's also a surprise for you and perhaps a gift. Yes. Now, the key players in this section that we just went through and talked about, who are they? Let's have a look. The first one I saw was Aries. Very strong Aries power. Someone standing impartially. This person is not directly involved. They're impartially involved in your life, who carry heavy dose of pride. This energy strongly is tied up to Aries. And for some, it could be Taurus. They may attempt to reconnect or pitch an idea, but you, dear Pisces, are not looking for a deep entanglement connection with this person or with these two people, either one. You simply want to defend your hard-earned position. Getting messages from AI. That's very interesting. Protect your boundaries and stand firmly in your own power. I got a message from AI saying, Nina, I miss you. Isn't that pathetic? This is the new thing on our iPads, on our phones, and so forth. The elemental fire is blazing strong here with Aries, very strong Aries here. So you might be dealing with someone that's got Aries, or, there may be also Leo, because right next to Aries there's Leo. So fire energy, very strong. I also see deep emotional currents with Cancer, echoing the moon energy directly connected to you, Pisces. Cancer, alongside the structural grounding of Capricorn, but Cancer more stronger towards you. So many of you are dealing with someone that has deep Cancer in them. And alongside that, the structural grounding of Capricorn and the expansive vision of Sagittarius. The Chinese zodiacs for this section are the snake, the strongest energy here, the snake, the Chinese year of the monkey, holding the strongest influences in this section, the snake and the monkey. Then finally there is, hot on their heels comes the tiger, followed by the rabbit, and rounding out with the goat. Yeah, it's a goat. Okay, or sheep. Okay, so that was section 1. Now we come to section 2, and I see for too long, way too long, my dear Pisces, you have been carrying the heavy weight of feeling like a victim in a situation you desperately wanted to break free from. But the tide is turning, which is really great news. This is a profound time for learning. You have gone through that, forgiving from that entire cycle, releasing old wounds, and deeply healing from the past. So you can experience a much more loving energy right now. You went through a tremendous amount of teaching and learning, and that's what karma does. Because that is what karma cycle truly is all about. And massive changes are unfolding to hand you your hard-earned freedom. You're finally coming to terms with what you want. Many of you may have navigated heavy bouts of depression, anxiety, silently. You were doing all this silently. I was wondering what this was here. It is going through all that anxiety silently, feeling as though the whole world or specific people were entirely against you, or dealing with an imbalance where a connection was consumed far too much by raw sexuality rather than genuine emotional bonding, or conversely, a total lack of intimacy. Whichever side of this coin it was, that entangled complications, a complicated chapter, and now it's reaching its absolute ending. Now, of course, this is different when it's male-female energies. This might be mostly connected to Piscean male energy, not necessarily feminine energy. Circumstances that once had you tied up, tangled up in problems and complications are dissolving. Very good to know. This entanglement was heavily tied to someone carrying very strong Cancer energy. Remember we saw Cancer? Cancer, perhaps double moon. There's a double moon here, which means Cancer very strong, or perhaps they had a splash of Pisces like yourself in them. But Cancer ruling the dynamic above all. That's what's important. A wave of major revelations has come to light precisely to culminate this complete ending. I see windfalls. This is beautiful. Out of this release comes astonishing abundance, fulfillment, and massive harvest. The harvest could be the windfall. Play the lotto or the lottery. I'm looking at your resources, investments, and money flowing. It's all coming in large quantities into your life, including money and property coming your way through an inheritance or a sudden windfall. Wow, nice. On top of that, wonderful marriage energy is on the horizon, bringing you together with someone truly special and wonderful. This person brings the light as they enter your life. This journey also involves closing the book on a connection with someone who was an Aquarius, soul blend with blazing fire energy, maybe Aries, whether it was Aquarius with Aries, Aquarius with Leo, Aquarius with Sagittarius. You did everything in your absolute power, and now that defeated situation has hit a definite ending. It was air energy blended with fire. The relief is immense. I see total release, resting at last from a major exhausted battle. You can finally put your guard down, breathe out, and sink into deep peace and quiet. Even if you find yourself resting alone for some time, because I see a time clock, you are going to absolutely love it and cherish that peaceful solitude. These are the catalysts for this section, the key players, leaving, entering, working in alliance with you, providing, supporting new people entering your life through the transits. And we've got Cancer again, stands at the absolute pinnacle, appearing 3 times to show it is a major player for the vast majority of you. We also see Taurus. There is Taurus here. Taurus is in the mix. The element of air is exceptionally loud here. Aquarius appears twice, Libra twice, and then they're very intense for the majority of you, and then Gemini rounds out at the end. The Chinese zodiacs for this section are the buffalo, Chinese year of the buffalo, the transformative snake again, and the loyal dog. These are the major ones. The second on the ladder, the rat, has doubled up, intensifying the influence for the majority of Pisces navigating these specific connections. Finally, the magnificent dragon anchors the energy. Now we go to the final section here, and what am I seeing? Let's see. A deep cherished wish is coming true. I also see the owl. All right, well, let's talk about this deep cherished, long-held dream or wish is finally blooming into reality. Dear Pisces, what you have held close to your sacred heart for ages is stepping right out of this unseen and manifesting before your eyes. This is going to be an incredible shift. A massive change for the better is rolling in. Where you once felt hopeless, wrapped in gloom and despondency, all of that heavy energy is shifting dramatically. Yes. Okay. An exciting event is sparking this transformation, an amazing event, bringing something truly big into your world. Yes, there may be some involvement with the law, official matters, or government agencies, but know this, you will ultimately be taken care of. This is the second time I saw this. Through these challenging times, you will be taken care of. Some of these affairs are tied closely to family dynamics, money conflicts, cutting corners. This is repeating the first beginning. Cutting corners or feeling the need to be defensive, perhaps. But remember, law and order are stepping in to restore balance. Stay alert, because while there could be some underlying danger, particularly when it comes to financial matters, your awareness is your shield. I see a beautiful shield here, and it's lighting up your world. Now, talking about right in the middle of this, I see a magnificent owl. This owl, this time, and next to a beautiful tree. This is pure divine wisdom calling out to you. It is about being deeply observant, learning heavily the wisdom of the owl. Also paying attention to your intuition and using both your heart and your mind to liberate yourself as a major chapter comes to a definitive ending. This wise owl is sitting right next to the tower. Oh my goodness. the tree, and the tower on the other side, symbolizing the swift removal of difficulties. Someone is being swept right out of your life through a sudden change that ultimately releases you from a chaotic situation. There might be some anger, upset surrounding this, but understand that this is all entirely destined to be, clearing the slate for your highest good. As these shifts settle, financial discipline is going to be the key. But out of that comes genuine financial relief, warm, loving energy, and deeply supportive vibrations that pave the way for real growth, absolute growth. Some of you may even find yourself going through a reconciliation with someone from the past, engage, or it could be a past life, someone from your past life, engaging in honest heart-to-heart conversations to figure out the absolute best course of action moving forward, or could be a family member. And the icing on the cake, finally, I see potential, getaways, vacation, or even honeymoon for some, shared with someone special. All of this magnificent energy is unfolding right here in this year. 2026 for the majority. For some, it'll be 2027, according to the year you're born, and others 2028, because the year governs everything. To seal this finale, we look to the powerful cosmic elements guiding the way. The zodiac alignments, air energy, Aquarius stands proudly at number 1 for the majority of you, followed by Libra and then Gemini. Earth energies, Virgo takes the top spot for the majority, dealing with earth energies, earth signs, followed by Taurus and Capricorn. As for the Chinese years in this section, they belong to the horse, Chinese year of the horse, shining the highest level for the majority of you, my dear Pisces, followed behind by the Chinese year of the snake, the tiger, the pig, the goat, the dog, and making this a powerful return to close out the entire reading. The majority will be dealing with these signs. And also, finally, I see the dragon, the magnificent dragon. Wow. Some of you, the dragon might be entering your life. Okay. And for others, these years could also be talking about, like some of you might be getting all this happening in this year, 2026. Some of you, it's going to be in the year of the goat, 2027, and so forth. Okay. Now I'm going to go through what I've written in meditation when I meditate, what I get for you, my dear Pisces, and I've written it down. It says here, Pisces, I have been sitting with your energy and I need to share the profound visions I was given for you during my meditation. I was shown a magical sign appearing in your life, a symbol that acts as a beacon for what is coming. Pay attention to this, my dear Pisces. A magical sign is going to take place. It's going to appear in your life, and it is going to be the symbol that acts as a beacon for your coming future. While I saw themes of death and chaos surrounding your recent past, know that this is the breaking of the old to make way for the new. You're under deep protection against danger. Stay firm, for this cycle of renewal is leading you directly towards a hard-won victory. Your persistence is not in vain. Your unwavering determination and perseverance are the keys that will unlock a massive wave of fortune. I was shown that an unfair or unjust situation has been lingering, tied to the energy of the snake, the rooster, the dog, and the buffalo. This situation requires patience, and you must understand that there is a cost to the solution you seek. There is a cost. There is something magical happening within the walls of a house, a sanctuary where the truth is finally revealed. Ask yourself, at what cost does this transition come? And the answer will be clear as you navigate this shift. I was given the number 1 twice, which creates an incredible, massive intensity. This signals a new beginning, so powerful it is already set in motion for or in connection to someone born in January, or and something major taking place in January 2027, or born in January are Capricorn and Aquarius. This energy is deeply connected to the Chinese year of the rat, and it takes a pivotal time. It marks a pivotal time for those born in January, the Aquarius and the Capricorn, who play the major role in your story. I've already written that. Finally, I was shown the number 7, pulsing with the energy of the horse. This is your code for liberation, freedom, and deep spiritual growth. Whether this manifests in 7 weeks or as a result of the lessons from this past July, or it could be happening by July 2027. It is a marker for your soul's evolution. The year now is 2022, the year of the horse, just so you know. This energy touches those born in July, the Cancer and the Leo, who are vibrating on the same frequency of freedom. 2026 or 2027 could be the years of your release. You are moving through the chaos towards a future that is finally truly yours. This is all in meditation. Wow. Trust the magic of the sign, trust the timing, and prepare for your victory. And that is the end of your reading. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I do wish you infinite blessings. Namaste.